Do you know how humans came into existence? Well, it took a while, but it all happened due to a process known as natural selection. Charles Darwin, a leading naturalist of his time, proposed natural selection as a mechanism of evolution. At first, Darwin focused on artificial selection, which demonstrated that a great amount of change is possible over a relatively short amount of time. As Darwin continued his studies, he saw that nature was doing something like artificial selection, but not as rapidly. Finally, Darwin presented his theory of natural selection, which included 5 steps. Step 1. There will be an overproduction of offspring. Populations will create more offspring than the environment can support. Step 2. There will be variation among individuals. Among all of the offspring born, no 2 members are exactly the same. Step 3. There will be competition for limited resources. Organisms will compete with one another for food, shelter, mates, water, and other resources that they need to survive and reproduce. Because of this, not everyone will survive to a reproductive age. Step 4. Some individuals will have greater fitness than others. Successful competitors survive, reproduce, and pass on their traits to their offspring. Basically, if you win the competitions in Step 3, you will have better fitness. Step 5. Over many generations, we will see adaptations arise within a species. When steps 1 through 4 are repeated over many years, you will see a certain trait more often. This trait is the adaptation that helps organisms survive better. Now, let's look at a real-life example: antibiotic resistance. Overproduction can be seen when bacteria reproduce by the millions. Variation can be seen as some bacteria have a random genetic mutation that makes them resistant to antibiotics. Competition can be seen as bacteria live in a finite environment, so they can't escape antibiotics. They will compete for important resources. Fitness can be seen as bacteria with immunity survive. Adaptations will arise as the population of bacteria becomes resistant to antibiotics over many generations. Natural selection is very important as it has shaped the various organisms in this world, and it is the reason why we are what we are. I want to thank these websites for making this video possible. Thanks for listening.